Next up, we got the heaviest hands in boxing. Oh, y'all been loving these boxing videos. If you want more boxing videos, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's just hop into it.
Counter right hand. Inoue rocked to his boots and there now. Just sensing a moment.
In boxing, sometimes you just get hit.
Also, too,
thankfully for
this is from Jack Murdoch Boxing, so we can't. Let me know if y'all want more videos from him.
these boxers and the fans, they have lights out, downright ridiculous fight-ending punching power.
Shit.
Often called the touch of death or the eraser, one-punch power has many names. In a sport where one wrong move can ruin you, having this power is a get-out-of-jail-free card. Today we're taking a look at the heaviest hands in boxing, with a couple knockout artists you might not expect.
Gervonta Davis. Okay,
This
so
should
look.
come as no-
So these are new goats of now. All right, now I told y'all I don't barely watch boxing, UFC, MMA, none of that. I don't watch none of it, but I've heard the names. I've heard Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, who else? What's another? Matt Pacquiao, Tank. I think is his name Tank. I think his nickname is Tank. It's another. I think he was fighting somebody else. It was another good boxer. But so we can check out them too. All right, just let y'all know. Just let me know if y'all want to react from them too.
Surprise, as Gervonta Davis is the most electric boxer in the sport today, but it isn't always a walk in the park for Tank.
Oh,
In
Ryan
2020,
Garcia. There we go.
Leo
Ryan
Santa Cruz
Garcia.
moved up a weight
I heard
class
of
to
him too.
challenge Davis, and he came to
But I haven't seen him box
In
though.
true Mexican fashion, he stood toe-to-toe with Tank, willing to take 2 shots to land one of his own. We already knew Santa Cruz was a dog, but when he decided to stay in the pocket and trade with Tank, he gave us one of Gervonta's most interesting fights to date. He was pressuring Davis effectively and tagged him up more than any of his previous opponents. Not saying Tank was ever in danger, but after tasting his power, Santa Cruz smiled and went back into the fight. Well, that smile wouldn't last long because after throwing the same punch 3 times in a row, Tank figured him out and landed the nastiest neck-snapping uppercut right on the button.
Yo! Oh my god, bro. That was, bro, when I tell you, and it's actually low-key hard to do.
That smile wouldn't last
hard
long
to do, bro.
because after throwing the same punch 3 times in a row, Tank...
Bro, he has to come like left-handed like this. That's an awkward uppercut. And that shows you that it don't matter because, you know, I'm not left-handed. You know what I mean? So me trying to do like a left-handed punch, it feels weird. It feels like me trying to write with a pencil left-handed. That's how I feel throwing a punch left-handed. You know what I mean? So you still accurate with your non-dominant hand?
Figured him out and landed the nastiest neck-snapping uppercut right on the button.
Crazy.
Leo went lifeless and Davis gave us knockout of the year.
Is he
I
alive?
gotta give it to Santa Cruz. He made it competitive to the point where the commentator actually started to believe in his chin.
Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fold from his... Oh, my.
But when you got hands like Tank, the fight can stop at any moment.
What's up, Braylon? Okay, we just heard about him. Okay.
Naoya Inoue is my #1 hardest hitting boxer, simply for the fact that he's sleeping world-class opponents in the lower weight classes, where it's notoriously harder to get a knockout. The monster made it look easy as he tore through the World Boxing Super Series, knocking out every champion in 2 rounds or less. It was beginning to look like a cakewalk for Inoue.
And I'm glad that y'all requested him because I did not know this person at all. And after now that I see him, bro, he's literally a goat, bro. Literally a goat. I see why, bro.
Final, he ran into the left hook legend, Nonito Donaire. On paper, it seemed like another Inoue victory. After all, Donaire was a week away from his 37th birthday, and his best fighting days were well behind him. But the Filipino Flash turned back the clock and put on a vintage performance. In the second round, Donaire landed a counter left hook that opened up a cut above Inoue's right eye. This blurred his vision and had him seeing double for the rest of the fight. Inoue's hardest test was about to get a whole lot harder. To compensate for the double vision, Inoue had to cover his eye so he could even see where he was punching. Ironically, a trick he learned from his enemy, 6 years ago when a punch had Donaire seeing 2 opponents. Studying film pays off. Inoue's troubles had no end in sight, however, as in the 9th round, a counter right hand from Donaire buckled Inoue and made him hang on for dear life. Inoue's monster aura was momentarily shaken as we've never seen him staggered and forced to clinch in order to survive. It seemed like Inoue had finally met his match. He was still controlling the fights and winning most of the exchanges, but he was getting pushed to his absolute limit. In the 11th round, after a grueling power-punching chest...
y'all ain't doing him no justice with these slow-mos. These slow-mos. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If this was me, bro, I'd be so mad. Y'all showed me getting knocked out slow motion.
He was still controlling the fights and
see all the blood
exchanges, but he was getting pushed to his absolute limit. In the 11th round, after a grueling
see, this right here is disrespectful. The second one was more disrespectful.
In the 11th round, after a grueling power-punching chess match, Inoue would finally land his bomb. His signature punch, a left hook to the liver, completely shut off Donaire and forced him to retreat. What should have been his 9th knockout in a row was ruined by the ref, who blocked Inoue, gave Donaire time before the count, and let him continue despite standing up after 10. Regardless, Inoue went on to dominate a shelled-up Donaire and score a unanimous decision victory to unify the belts and win the Muhammad Ali trophy. Inoue got rocked, blinded, and took punches from Donaire that have since knocked out other champions, but he persevered and landed his money punch. To take that much damage and still carry his power to the 11th round is testament to his accuracy, speed, and heavy hands. In the rematch, Inoue would leave zero doubt, brutalizing Donaire and scoring the knockout in just 2 rounds.
Bro, low-key, you can see the vibrations in his body. Look, he got hit so hard, it's like he ran into a wall. You see his whole body just like, what is it, like impact? What is the word for it when somebody like runs into? It's like all the impact, and it's like his body went backwards. You can see it. Look, you see all his body's all his muscles start twitching.
The knockout in just 2 rounds.
That's tough.
Fun fact, Inoue's younger brother Takuma is the same height, same weight, same trainer, same everything as his brother, but only has 4 knockouts on his record. Naoya Inoue is special, and with his monstrous punching power, it's no wonder he's an undisputed champion and the pound-for-pound #1 ranked fighter.
Ooh.
Bud Crawford doesn't fit the mold of a one-hitter quitter, but I would be remiss to not include this cold-blooded clip. Despite dominating most of his fight with Sean Porter, Bud's corner told him he was down on the scorecards. Entering the 10th, like a scene out of Rocky, he knew he couldn't leave it in the hands of the judges.
Come on. Hey, we gotta go.
You can actually see Crawford's demeanor suddenly change and activate his killer instinct. Within 15 seconds, he had Porter on the canvas. After a minute, he was methodically picking Porter apart, countering him and beating him to the ground for a second time. Porter's dad had seen enough and threw in the towel. Terence Crawford doesn't have one-punch power like Davis or Inoue, but his ability to shift into a higher gear at a moment's notice makes him one of the best finishers in the game. There's a reason why he's on a 10-win knockout streak, because he can decide to finish a fight whenever he wants to. If the term heavy hands could be a person, it would undoubtedly be Artur Beterbiev. With a 100% knockout ratio, he's arguably the scariest puncher in all of boxing. He has that freaky, thudding, hit like a truck power. He's no Bevel when it comes to hand speed, but when he lands, it's night-night.
Yeah, I can
Listen to him throw hooks on the wall bag like a sniper.
The fuck? Who's shooting? No!
It was business as usual when he knocked down Callum Johnson in the first round, but this only emboldened the British fighter to take it to Beterbiev. Johnson shocked the world when a looping left cracked the champion, sending him buckling to the canvas. Beterbiev
that's something I do like. I like when they both throw a punch at the same exact time, and they both land at the same exact time.
Looping left cracked
like, bro, that's all
champion, sending him buckling to the canvas. Beterbiev was in real danger too as he stumbled to the corner. Callum Johnson had a hurt champion right in front of him, a punch away from the title, but he couldn't seize the moment. And if you give a ferocious puncher like Beterbiev a chance to recover, you're gonna pay. After a break, Johnson attempted to swarm Beterbiev and got caught coming in. A right hand crumbled him and he couldn't beat the count. As fast as he almost became champion, his dreams were dashed away with a single punch. Beterbiev doesn't have that snappy, fast Inoue power, but gets the job done with thunderous, heavy, destructive force. 19 men have tried, and all 19
bro.
found
When I talk about these awkward knockouts, bro,
he almost became champion. His dreams were dashed away with a single punch.
Because he got it, so he's knocked out right now. He's knocked out. He slipped, but all his weight and all his momentum was like leading towards him. So when he got knocked out, now he just like falling on him. And he don't even know.
Beterbiev doesn't have that snappy, fast Inoue power, but gets the job done with thunderous, heavy, destructive force. 19 men have tried, and all 19 found out the hard way.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god.
Boxing fans might not be so hot on Anthony Joshua now, but it was only 6 years ago when he was the undefeated heavyweight champ with 18 wins, all by knockout. Back when he was a bruiser, every AJ fight felt like it was going to end in fireworks.
Damn.
And for a 41-year-old Vladimir Klitschko, it was no different. AJ came out swinging in the 5th round. We haven't seen Joshua this aggressive since before the first Ruiz fight. A 4-punch combination brought Klitschko to his knees, but he looked more disappointed in himself than hurt. You don't get to be the longest reigning heavyweight champion without some grit. He survived the round and even landed on a gassed out AJ. The next round, we were abruptly reminded why Klitschko's nickname is Dr. Steelhammer. With an absolute missile of a right hand, Vlad laid Joshua out, and it looked like the face of British boxing was doomed. Suddenly, we had a clash of the titans on our hands. Joshua got up, but had to grab on to survive the round. At this point, perhaps because of his age, Klitschko was too cautious and allowed AJ to recover, giving us the most iconic uppercut in the modern heavyweight era. To this day, I still don't know how Vlad's head stayed on his neck or how he stood standing as long as he did. This time, Joshua smelled blood and knocked down the veteran 2 more times en route to a stoppage victory. A true passing of the heavyweight torch. 2017's Fight of the Year gave Klitschko a legendary send-off and saw the rise of an emerging star in Joshua, a composed and ferocious finisher with knockout ability I hope we'll see again soon.
Damn, okay. He's nice. Definitely nice. Alright,
Deontay Wilder is the prime example of a boxer who's always in the fight. Arguably the hardest hitting heavyweight of all time, the Bronze Bomber only needs a split second to land his right hand. But when you have that eraser, that catastrophic fight ender,
I feel like, let me know in the comments, y'all, who's y'all favorite weight class to watch? I feel like my favorite weight class is heavyweight. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like, I just love the power. Like, I just love if something lands, especially with a lot of power, if it lands, you're gone. That's what I love. I love that. You know what I mean?
Fall in love with your power and neglect.
Also too, like lightveight, middleweight, stuff like that. It's still faster. I think I like that for like the speed wise. You know what I'm saying? You see like a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4 combo. I like that. But at the same time, I want to see somebody get knocked out, bro, at the end of the day. That's all I want to see.
Your boxing
That's all I want to see. Now, if
in
he
the
has
case of the
speed
Luis
and
Ortiz
power,
rematch, Wilder was perfectly
Mike
fine
Tyson
with losing rounds. A slick Cuban technician,
all power
Ortiz
with no
was
technique.
controlling
He's what
the
Mike
fight
Tyson
and
haters say
landing
Tyson
all the
is.
notable leather. I must admit, I foolishly believed that Ortiz was going to be the first to crack the Wilder puzzle. He was comfortably ahead on all the scorecards and winning the exchanges. But as Wilder always says,
these guys have to be perfect. They have to be perfect. For 12 rounds, I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds.
The Alabama hammer came down on Ortiz's head and he was sent to the Shadow Realm. Down on the scorecards or badly hurt, Wilder always has a puncher's chance. Even after Fury had him rocked in their trilogy fight, staggered and on the back foot, he sent a shockwave of force through Fury's body.
That's what I'm saying.
At any given moment, the Bronze Bomber can put you to sleep.
Yeah, that's funny.
Speaking of punching power,
let me know, y'all, want more videos from this channel. I love y'all. We out.